everybody. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to do a viewer request, although it is a video that I should have done already, something I've been thinking about for a little while. And that is for me to go back and do a boxing pound for pound ranking. I did one of these almost a year ago at this point, but it seems like this part of the year is the perfect time to do another one. So you guys know I'm a big boxing fan. Unfortunately, I really haven't watched too much this last year, but yeah, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using the ESPN pound for pound rankings kind of as a blueprint, but moving guys up and down, sort of as I see fit, and kind of putting my own spin on it. We'll start with number 10 on the pound for pound rankings. 10, and that is going to be Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Excuse my handwriting, I can't even see the paper right now. I'm looking at this through my phone screen, and I'm at a very awkward angle. I have Tyson Fury at number 10 right now. His record is 34 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw. 24 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He is a heavy weight, and yes, he is. He's a very heavy man. He is currently the heavyweight champion. His last victory was a split decision against Francis Ngannou. I don't think that Fury, he has definitely been criticized for his performance in that fight. Given his size and weight class, I don't think it played that much of a bearing on his ranking here. This is where ESPN has him. This is also where I would put him, even though Tyson Fury is probably my second favorite active boxer right now. I do not think that was a great match from him last time against Francis Ngannou. He does have a fight coming up against Alexander Usyk that'll be very interesting to watch. Personally, I do give the edge to Tyson Fury, even though, as you'll see, I do have Usyk ahead of him on these pound for pound rankings. I just think, given Fury's size, Usyk's vulnerability to body shots, and I just personally think Fury will win that match, but I'm gonna give that like 60-40 Fury is my opinion. I think if they have that fight 100 times, Tyson Fury wins 60 of them. Number 9. This is not a guy I've watched very much of. I have to admit, I don't watch a lot of the lower weight classes, except for a couple guys. That is Shakur Stevenson. I have him at number 9. And Shakur Stevenson is a lightweight. Fury's a heavyweight. Shakur Stevenson is the lightweight champion, and he currently has a record of 21 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, and 10 of his wins are knockout victories. Number 9 on the pound for pound rankings. His last fight was a win, a unanimous decision against Edwin de los Santos, and he has yet to announce an upcoming fight. Number 7. This is a guy who's not fought for almost a year now. That's crazy. ESPN, he's number 8, not number 7. ESPN has him at 7, but I personally am putting him at 8. I'm moving him down, and that is Artur Beterbiev. Artur Beterbiev, like I said, ESPN has him at 7, but I'm going to swap their number 8 and their number 7 around. His record is 19-0, with all of those wins coming by way of knockout. And Artur Beterbiev is a light heavyweight, and he is the unified champion of that division. His last win was a knockout win over Anthony Yarde, all the way back on January 28th of last year. Like I said, almost an entire year since Beterbiev had a fight. And his next fight is the 13th versus Callum Smith, so that's going up pretty quick. I'll probably watch that fight. My number 7, ESPN's number 8. That is Gervonta Tank Davis. I believe he did actually just recently change his name after he converted to Islam. But I can't remember. I can't remember what he changed his name to. So my apologies. Gervonta Davis, he has a record of 29-0 with 21 wins coming by way of knockout, and he is a lightweight. His most recent fight was a very big, very hyped fight. It was his knockout win in the 7th round against Ryan Garcia on April 22nd. That fight didn't live up to the hype for me. I actually kind of thought Ryan might have a chance in that one given his speed, but Ryan did not look good in that fight whatsoever. I was really let down by that fight given the pre-fight hype that that fight had, and he has yet to announce a new opponent. Let's see. They have their number 6 guy and number 5 guy here. I'm kind of thinking I might switch them around. I'll leave them for now. I guess I somewhat agree. I can go either way on these next two. At number 6, Devin the Dream Haney. I'm not a huge Devin Haney fan. I don't really like the way he fights, but I do have to admit that the dude is a very good fighter. I just personally don't like his style. Devin Haney is 31-0 with 15 wins coming by way of knockout. And Devin Haney is a junior welterweight, not a very exciting division. His last win was a unanimous decision back on December 9th against Regis Prograis. I watched that fight. It was just, personally I found that a very, very boring fight. I didn't really like it. It was kind of like I wasted my time watching that, if I'm not gonna lie to you. This next guy, I considered putting him here at 6, but I like him a bit more than Haney, so I decided whatever, I'll put him here at 5. And that is Saul Canelo Alvarez. And Alvarez, man, he's old at this point. I remember when Canelo was just coming onto the scene. He has 60 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, and in his career, he has 39 wins by way of knockout victory in Canelo Alvarez. I remember when this dude was untouchable at the top of the power rankings, you wouldn't even think about not putting him at 1 or 2. But currently is number 5, and I agree with that. His last win. Excuse me, I had to put his. I'm really right and blind here. He is a super middleweight. He's the undisputed champion of that division. I can't see what I'm writing at all at this point. His last fight was a unanimous decision against Jermell Charlo on September 30th, and that was a disappointing fight. I really thought Mel was going to do more. Canelo Canelo really never felt like Canelo was in any danger of losing that fight. And he's yet to announce what his next opponent will be. Number 4. I might swap 3 and 4 here. I think I will. I'm going to swap them around. This is their number 3, but I'm going to put him at 4 in my personal ranking. And that's Alexander Usyk. He currently has a record of 21 wins, no losses, 14 wins by way of knockout. And he is a heavyweight, currently the unified champion. Him and Tyson Fury have that fight on February 17th to determine who the undisputed champion will be. Usyk's last fight was a win, which was a knockout in the 9th round against Daniel Dubois on August 26th. Like I said, they have him there at 3. I put him at 4. My number 3 is ESPN's number 4. I'm a really big fan of this guy. He beat Canelo 2 years ago at this point. I think it is Dimitri Bivol. I really like the way this guy fights. I really do. He is a light heavyweight. He's one of my favorite guys to watch right now. I don't think he'll ever be able to make that move up to heavyweight. He just isn't big enough, I don't think. I can't see him beating any of the guys at the top of the heavyweight division. I don't think he beats Fury, Wilder, AJ. I don't even think he beats Zhang. But Dimitri Bivol, he beat Canelo though. 22-0 is his record. He has 11 wins by way of knockout. Like I said, he is the light heavyweight champion. His last fight was a win in the 12th round, undisputed win against Lyndon Arthur just a couple days ago, right before Christmas on December 23rd. I'm a huge Bivol fan. Now, my number 2 is their number 1. This might be controversial, my 1 and 2. Now their number 1 guy, my number 2 guy, I don't dislike him. I'm not the biggest fan of the way he fights, to be honest. Also, I kind of disliked him because he knocked out Sean Porter, who's one of my favorite boxers of all time. But at number 2, I have Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, I know most people probably have Bud at number 1. ESPN has him at number 1. I think The Ring has him at number 1. And I will, if you say he's number 1, I'm not gonna argue with you. I definitely can see the argument for and against, right? He's the undisputed champion of welterweight. He is currently 40-0. He has 31 knockout victories. And he's an absolute beast. He looks untouchable a lot of the time. He completely pieced apart Errol Spence Jr. back on July 29th, knocked him out in the 9th round. It's honestly kind of sad to watch. Errol Spence Jr. did not look like how he used to look before the car accident, and like I mentioned before that, Sean Porter, one of my favorite boxers of all time, a guy with a really exciting style, but basically retired him. He's just a podcaster now. I think Terrence Crawford, he has not announced a new fight. I think he maybe only has one more in him before he retires. He's kind of getting up there. I don't even know how old is Bud at this point. He is 36. Yeah, maybe one or two more fights at most. He's been around for a hot minute. But my number one, ESPN's number two, the most exciting guy in boxing right now, in my opinion. If you're at all a fan of boxing or even just a casual, you have to watch his fights. They are super exciting. And that is Naoya, the monster Inoue. Now the only problem with him is his weight class. He is a junior featherweight and the dude is tiny. Is the only issue. He kind of runs the division, right? He's undisputed champion, and I don't think anybody in that division can touch him. The amount of power he generates for how small he is crazy. 26-0, 23 wins by way of knockout. His last fight, he knocked out Marlon Tapales in the 10th round on just a couple days ago, December 26th, the day after Christmas, Boxing Day. And for my money, there's nobody better pound for pound than Inoue right now, given his weight class, given his resume, given the way he puts dudes down. He just physically dominates them, pieces them apart. Super strong, brutal, aggressive. I love watching him fight. And if you're at all interested in boxing and you haven't watched him, I would highly recommend checking out Inoue. Anyway, this is my top 10 boxing pound for pound list. I'm recording this video. It is January 4th, 2024, so that's the day I'm recording this. I don't know when you'll be seeing this. And as of this moment in time, this is who I have in the top 10. Let me know what you agree with or disagree with on this list. If there's any guys you'd put in a different spot, I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this almost every single day. Till next time, guys.